Hey, welcome guys. Tony Porter, Tabletop Baseball Digest. And what do we have going here? Minnesota at New York. Top of the seventh. 2-0 Yankees. Twins. Coming to bat here at Shea Stadium, 1974. And let's see what day it was. June 9th. This is my 5-team 1974 replay. All right, Larry Heisel's at the plate. Larry Heisel today. How's he doing today? 0 for 2. Cusick coming up 0 for 2. And Soderholm 0 for 2. Tidrow has allowed 2 hits and 1 walk, 4 strikeouts in 6 innings. So he has moved up, actually. Moved up from a B column to an A column. I do that after 5 innings as opposed to after 7 innings. And 62, and it doesn't come up very often that I get the opportunity to do that, by the way. Maybe once every 5 or 6 games, 1 column up. And 62, and that'll be a strikeout. Gets Heisel on that slider. And Cusick now, pitch, and that's a 41. That should be a base on balls, and it is. Craig Cusick trots on down to first with a base on balls, and that puts the tying run at the plate. And Eric Soderholm, who hit 10 home runs. Tidrow gets the sign from Munson and the pitch, and that is a 65. Possible home run, 1-6, and that's a 12. That's popped up, and that's in the infield. Third baseman Greg Nettles on the infield grass makes the catch right by the pitcher's mound. That is 2 away now, and here's Glenn Borgman. Also has not very much power, only 3 home runs. He's actually a -7 on 65 and has no home runs anywhere else. So he would not be able to hit a home run off Dick Tidrow. Here's the pitch, and that is a 25, which will be a bouncer to short. And Michael, who's the new shortstop replacing Mason, will get it on to first for the 3rd out. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch. Take me out to the ballpark. Leading off for the Yankees, Wilby Gonzalez on the mound for the Twins is the reliever. Bill Butler. Here's the pitch, and that is a 12, which will be a fly ball. Center field. On the run is Heisel, and Heisel tracks it down. 1 away. Elliot Maddox now, top of the order. I don't know why I used Mason's card, but it was basically the same thing. All right. Elliot Maddox is now 44, and that's going to be line base hit, and that's going to give you a possibility of a stolen base. If it's a 1, it's a pickoff. If there's no pickoff, we will use, I hit that number, so that's not. Let's do that again. I didn't look what it was. If I would have looked, I would have used it. An 8 will be a stolen base to throw down from Borgman, not in time. So a single and a stolen base by Elliot Maddox. That puts an insurance run in scoring position at second base. Here's Lou Piniella. Lou Piniella today. How's he doing? Lou Piniella today is 0 for 2. Mercer's up next on deck, 1 for 3. And Bloomberg is in the hole, 1 for 3. Pitch to 15, and that'll be a... Need that. The D20. That'll be a tapper to the third baseman. He'll look... actually, he will advance. So Soderholm in the hole, dives, gets back up. Maddox runs by him, and Pinella's out at first, but Maddox does move to third base with 2 outs. And here's Bobby Mercer. Bobby Mercer, the up-and-coming star of the Yankees. He's on his way out, by the way. That's a 51. That's a potential with a 10. That KD's too high. So we're going to get, it looks like an 11 on the 51. That's a possible error at the shortstop. Gomez is a 9, so he'll make that play. Throws the first in time. Go to the top of the 8th. Gomez leads off. We'll let him bat. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pinch hit for him. Bring in a lefty Holt, guy named Holt. And then Terrell could be the new shortstop. I think he plays every position. He's like a modern type of utility guy named Jerry Terrell. I don't know. Do you remember him? I never hear from guys that like these teams, like a Minnesota fan, because I'm playing basically 5 different teams, and they play everyone around the league. Never hear from guys say, "Oh, you're playing my team." Yeah, Jim Holt. He was one of my favorite players on the Twins. Blah blah blah. I think that guy was a journeyman. Wasn't he like on 100 different teams? Jim Holt. I think he was. All right. Anyway, Holt is going to pinch hit for Gomez, and here's the pitch from Dick Tidrow, 34, and that'll be a base hit up the middle. So Holt picks up a pinch hit single. And now it's the top of the order. Here comes the always dangerous Rod Carew, who batted .364 in 1974. Always an outstanding hitter. So there's some movement in the Yankee bullpen. Here's the pitch to Carew, a 61. A 61 is a swing and a miss. Struck him out for the second time today. Rod Carew strikes out on a 61. A 62 wouldn't have been a strikeout, by the way. All right, so here's Steve Braun with one out and one on. The pitch to Braun, the lefty, 21, and that'll be a fly ball, center field. Maddox under it. Squeezes it for out number 2, and here comes the lefty, Tony Oliva. Tony Oliva. And Tidrow had 5 complete games, so he may have one today. He's pitching a shutout, by the way. Here's the pitch, and that's a 66. That's trouble. That's a deep drive, and this game is tied. No doubt about that one. That goes into the seats here in... Did they have seats in right field in Shea Stadium? I can't remember. That's gone. It's out of here. It's way over the fence out there. And this game is tied at 2-2. And up comes Darwin. Ouch. So Tony Oliva blasts one here in the top of the 8th inning. A 2-run blast that ties the game at 2 apiece. And here's Bobby Darwin with a lot of power. And that's going to be a 46 off the ballpark, and a 5 is going to be a foul ball. Pulls it foul into the left field seats. No Nets back then. That's a 15, and that'll be a swing and a miss, and Tidrow reaches back for a little extra and strikes out, blows it past Darwin, and going to get a new shortstop. It'll be Terrell. He'll play short, and it's going to be Bloomberg against Butler. Butler's still in there. Butler can go. He's a long long reliever type. So it will be Bloomberg against Butler here in what has become an excellent game to kind of put on my channel. So I'm excited. Okay, so we're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Game is tied at 2 apiece. It's Ron Bloomberg leading off. I'm starting to think as I look around my office that I'm never going to get to all these sets that I have and I'm collecting. But every time I get rid of one a year later, I'm like, wow, I'd like to play that set. Oh, wait, I got rid of that one. And then I got to buy it back. So anyway, here is Ron Bloomberg leading off. We're playing Fall Classic Baseball. This is Tony Porter, your host, and it's Tabletop Baseball Digest. I just released a tutorial video on Replay Baseball and how to input data. So simple, so straightforward. It's just a short video. But I wanted to expose people to it so they could see how simple it is in case they want to go in that direction. Ron Bloomberg, pitch from Bill Butler, who's still in there, 52 now. That first one is a KD check, too high, and a 14 is probably not going to be an error. Let's see who it's hit to. It says it's hit to the second baseman. That's Carew. There's no way he's a 14, but I was wrong before, so I'll double check that. And Carew is an 11, so he's up there. He's pretty darn high. But he will get that ball, and he throws it, bobbles it for a split second over to first, and in time to get Bloomberg, who's fast on his card. That has to do more with how many runs he scored than his speed on the bases. Here is Greg Nettles, who's got good power. He can smash one out of the, blast one out of the park, and give the Yankees a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the 8th with a 1 out, and Butler with a 52 again with a 14, too high for KD, and a 13 will probably be shortstop this time, and that's Terrell, and I'm not going to say anything because let's see, Terrell is there, and I didn't bring Terrell actually. Hold on, here he is. All right, Terrell at shortstop is a 9, and that will not be an error. So he'll make that play over to first. Good throw on the money. And here's Thurman Munson. Pitch from Bill Butler, a 45, and a 45 is a fly ball. He's a fly ball pitcher. That's the left field. Braun is out there under it, makes the catch. We go to top of the 9th. Yes, sirree. It is Minnesota at New York, 1974. Dick Tidrow is going to be replaced. Who are we going to call? We're going to call on Sparky Lyle. Get Sparky Lyle in here. Give the Yanks a chance to win it. Let's see. Here he is, Sparky Lyle. And let's roll that die to see. He will be at 20. So he's going to have his B stuff under my mods. Lefties get a special mod because they're lefties, and I like lefties. No, I'm just kidding. Larry Heisel now. Let's make sure all the cards are in view. Yeah, pretty much. All the cards are in view here. And let's do this. So now it is Sparky Lyle versus Larry Heisel. The pitch, and that's a 35, and a 35 will be an out. Bouncer to short. Easy play for Michael. One down. Craig Cusick is next. Right-handed power hitter. 34, and that'll be a fly ball. Deep center field. Back goes Maddox to the track, and he's under it. And Eric Soderholm. 34, and that's another out. That's tapped right back to Lyle. Over to first, and 3 up, 3 down. Easy inning for Lyle. Here's Chris Chambliss. Butler still in there. Pitch 54, and that's a 54 chart result. That's going to be a pop-up to the shortstop. Rain check, but I don't do the rain check, so that is 1 out. Gene Michael is next. I did not grab Gene Michael either. Got to grab from the... Here he is. Pitch 42 this time. A 42 will be a base on ball, so Gene Michael is on with a walk. He is fast. Good hit and run with Elliot Maddox. He's a good hit and run guy. So there goes... Oh, actually, it's Gonzalez. Excuse me. Gonzalez is up now. And he's a good hit and run guy. And here's the pitch, and there goes Michael. And that's going to be a 6. And a 6 is a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Runner will move up to second base, and it's Elliot Maddox now. Excuse me. Pitch to Maddox, a 64, and that'll be a swing and a miss, and strikes him out. That ends the inning. Glenn Borgman leads off here in the top of the 10th. Some free baseball. Playing Fall Classic Baseball, the pitch, and a 62 will be a strikeout. Lyle with the... He was known for his, what pitch did he throw, Lyle? Not a screwball. It was the slider, right? He was known for a slider. He was ahead of his time. So Jerry Terrell now steps in the box with a 32, and that'll be a drive in the gap, and that's going to split the outfielders and roll to the wall. That's actually a double off Lyle's card, so he gave up some doubles. And Terrell is on at second base now for the top of the order, Rod Carew. Yikes. So we're going to walk Carew intentionally. Well, do I give him the base or do I let him get a single? I'm going to give him the base, and I'd rather pitch to Steve Braun. And we're going to pinch hit for Steve Braun. We're going to go to Steve Bry. Steve for Steve. Steve Braun to Steve Bry here in the top of the 10th inning. Walked Carew, did not want to pitch. He batted .360. And we're going to pitch to the right-hander. I'd rather pitch to Steve Bry. Here's the pitch from Lyle, and that's a 43, and a 43, a 13 will be a... If Gonzalez is a strong arm, I believe that's a double play. Otherwise, it's a fielder's choice. He is not a strong arm, so that will be a fielder's choice, 6-4. And that puts runners on first and third. And who's up? Tony Oliva. Tony Oliva is the guy. He's the guy. He is the most wanted nemesis of the Yankees in today's game. He hit that 2-run shot in the top of the 8th inning. Oliva had 13 home runs in 127 games. He knocked one out of the park here. And it's Lyle against the lefty Oliva, and we'll let Oliva swing away against the lefty Lyle. Here's the pitch, and that is trouble. Oh, no, it's a good bouncer up the middle, and Gonzalez gets there, sets his feet over to first, and that retires the side. Bottom of the 10th. Free baseball. Lou Piniella. Here's Lou. Lou Piniella, fantastic manager for a long time, known for his really Outlandish Temper. And this is the Butler third, 3 and a third. So he's staying in there. In left field, I need somebody in left field. It will be who's gonna go to left field? Let's see. Terrell is going to go to left field, and then Thompson. So Terrell's going to go to left field. Thompson is going to go to shortstop. All right. Lou Piniella against Butler. Bill Butler. And that's a 23, which will be a swing and a miss. And he chases a ball out of the zone. Goes down on strikes. Next up is Bobby Mercer with a snake eyes, and that'll be a 1-2 swing and a miss, and he strikes out. So Bill Butler really dominating the Yankees here in the almost, now it's 4 innings that he's pitched in relief. Here's Ron Blomberg, and that's going to be a 22, which will be line base hit, rips one to right. So that is Blomberg on at first, and Greg Nettles, the always dangerous Greg Nettles, who hit 22 home runs. 75 RBIs with a 246 batting average. He's an excellent third baseman with a 14 range, excellent range. But Butler gets the sign, sets and deals, and that's going to be a 31, which I play as a range play. A range play, automatic range play. So whether it's a hit or an out or whatever it is, it's a range play. So it's a 12 on a range play. The range is second baseman. So this is probably going to get by Carew. I don't know that Carew is going to make that. It's a little blooper. And hustling to third, and Carew does not get it. He's a 7, so that drops in over the outstretched glove of Carew. Going to third is Blomberg with 2 outs. That's going to bring up Thurman Munson. We're going to the bullpen. We're going to call on Bill Campbell to get us out of this jam, if you will. This jelly. A little bit of jelly, a little bit of jam. I put the jam on my my yogurt, my Greek yogurt. All right, make my own. Get one of those big jars or big containers of Greek yogurt, and then just get a couple of tablespoons and put some jelly on it. Mix it in there, and it tastes just like the ones you buy for $1.75 or $1.50, whatever it is. All right, Bill Campbell. And we're going to roll for him, see what kind of stuff he will have. And, he will have his C stuff. Ouch. So here's Thurman Munson. Runners on first and third, 2 outs. So it's the winning run is 90 feet away here in Blomberg at third. Everybody's playing Munson straight away. He's an all-field hitter. And he's a spray hitter. And with a little bit of power, hit 13 home runs in 144 games. Bill Campbell gets the sign. Here's the pitch, and this could be the game. That's going to be a range play, and this could be the ball game. Yeah, a little check swing blooper that between Terrell, Heisel, and Thompson, Terrell, and Heisel in left center field. Will anybody get it? It's going to be the shortstop who we're going to check. The shortstop is Thompson. This may drop in for the ball game. I didn't put him in the... Let's get Thompson here. Danny Thompson, and his range is a 6, and it drops in, and the ball game is over, and Munson gets mobbed by his teammates. Yankees win it 3-2 in the bottom of the 10th on that range play that fell in there in left center field. So that's the game, my friends. Boom. Base hit single. And the winner is Sparky Lyle, 2-1. The loser is Bill Butler, 0-3. Even though Bill Campbell was in there. But Butler, let's take a look at this again. Butler, we brought in Campbell, gave up a hit. And that loss went to Butler, 0-3. Tidrow improves his ERA to 3.23. Lyle, 3.81. With 2 innings pitched and 1 hit allowed, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout, picks up the win. Let's look at the Yankees' offense real quick. 2 hits from Maddox leading off. His batting average is 350 right now. He just came out of the injured list because hasn't been playing at all. but now he's starting to be in the everyday lineup. Who else? Bloomberg had 2 hits. Nettles had 2 hits. Munson had 2 hits. Bloomberg 314. Nettles 348. Munson 299. Those averages are right on the money. Here, let's just look at that and give you an example. Bloomberg was a 311 hitter. He's hitting in the replay in the simulation 314. That's 3 points off. Nettles batted 240. He's batting 248 in the simulation. Batted 246 in the season. And Munson is batting 299. He batted 261. So Munson's the only one that's hitting a little bit better than he actually did. 40 points. That's pretty good. So he's off to a pretty good start. He's also another one that's missed a lot of time. Chambliss 258. He batted 243. And that's about it. That's worth mentioning right now. Piniella 293 in the simulation. Piniella batted 305. Mercer 274 in the simulation. He's batting 279. So anyway, this is Tony Porter, Tabletop Baseball Digest. Remember to like and subscribe. Join Universal Baseball Association Facebook group. Join Fall Classic Facebook group as well. And I will see you guys very soon. Thanks for watching. Remember to comment. Let me know what you think. This is my 5-team replay. Yankees win it. Yankees 3 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. The Twins 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. And we close it up. Take care, guys.